I mean, we're talking a degree of lame, dumb fuckery, the likes of which have never been seen before in the world. You know, before I'm starting this shit, I'm cracking this monster. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you're drinking seltzer or coffee or not. I'm drinking a monster. That's where I'm at. Alright. Here we go. So I walk in. And looking around, I'm not too disappointed. I'm like, well, all things considered, we don't look too bad in here. I can work with this. And I'm looking. Brad comes in first thing in the morning. Oh, good morning. How was vacation? I looked at him. I went, it fucking rained the whole time. That's all I said to him. He goes, well, you know, sometimes it's good to step away, blah, blah, blah. By the way, regional vice president's going to be here. What? Oh, yeah, we don't know around what time, but, you know, just make sure everything looks good, blah, 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 blah. You know, number one, I'm by myself all day. Because everyone had to work while I haven't been here, so everyone's off the day I'm back because they have to be. And Bruce is off in fucking Vegas watching his son get married. I'm by myself. So, after toiling away, burning alive, I'm sitting there, it's like, well, he's really big on cycle counts. Dude, my specialist came in my first day of vacation, fucking flipped out at Justin because the cycle counts were off. So he fixed a couple. I said, alright. So I'm going through, and I'm hitting all the holes that are obvious. And I'm scanning them, fixing the counts. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be preemptive with this, in case he comes around and scans shit. We haven't seen our RVP in about a year. He is a tumbling dickweed. He is the lead asshole, which is why everyone else is an asshole. So, dude, I'm sitting there. He said he'll be here by 2 p.m. No specialist to be found. No extra help in the store. This RVP, when we know he's coming, we have a fucking legion of specialists and people coming in. This is the first time we've not only had nothing, but I came back from vacation, and I'm by myself all day. Nothing. So, dude, I'm sitting there. I'm sitting here just feverishly trying to get shit caught up. Cycle, blah, 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 blah. He's here. So I'm in the back cutting watermelon because we sold our watermelon. Guess I'll cut this. Try and avoid him as long as possible. My earpiece. Jerry and Produce. Go ahead. Can you come to the sales floor, please? Fuck. So I walk out there. They're all circle jerking around my carrot celery section.
Who is it? Who's all there?
Regional Vice President, Dickweed Slickback Zone Director, Store Manager, Co-Manager.
Love it.
Brad's sitting there with a notebook, writing things down.
Oh, I love that.
Sherry's got a dolphin. I walk up. I start shaking hands. Yep, hi, Scott. Yep. Yeah, James, yep, good to see you. Been a while. Instant grilling. So, how comfortable are you with CGL? I mean, I've been doing it from the dawn of time. You know, it was tricky when we went on bulk. It still is. Yeah, scan this. Beep. How many does it say you have? 12. Oh, I see only a couple out here. So, scan this. Bleep. Now, according to my calculations, you're off by 0.02. Yes. And he's talking to Brad. Yeah, so you gotta look into this stuff. You know, this is important, blah, 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 blah. You know, kind of like I'm a 5-year-old. Just standing there, thumb in my asshole, looking like a doofus.
Which, mind you, Bulk was such a failure for us, it's God now.
Well, this guy lives or dies by CGO. It's God to him. So if I was to utter any word of criticism toward it, saying it was flawed, he would have went up one side and down the other. Knowing this, I've been doing this a while, I know how big of a dickhead he is. I say factual things, I don't criticize it, I grab my ankles and I hold on. And dude, he's digging. One thing after the other after the other. Then he says, so, and we're talking about it, I'm like, well, you know, these are the variables, this is what's tricky, you know, it's a perfect system, imperfect world. These are the things we're seeing that are issues, you know, we just need a lot of blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm talking pretty good to him, but not criticizing the thing. Just saying,
yep.
This is what's tricky. Then he goes, let's go to your cooler. I haven't had a zone director or RVP walk my cooler in probably 10 years. And of course, the cooler's the last thing I was working on all day by myself. So he opens the door, he comes in, and he goes, why isn't this code dated? Dude, I sat there, like, just befuddled, trying to think of something to say, and I literally said this. Well, clearly it looks like we forgot. What the fuck am I supposed to say? I can't tell him.
You know what I would have said? Alright. Well, bud, I've been on vacation for 10 days, so that's why.
That won't work with him. That won't work with him. I didn't pass the blame on to anybody. I took it.
No, you can't. Even though you want to say that, you can't.
At the end of the day, it is my responsibility, even if I'm not there.
Yeah, I can't tell you the last time an RVP level person walked coolers. District manager from time to time, but rarely. He'll always walk back room, but not necessarily coolers. But
So,
I'm sure he thought that because your CGO counts were off, your fucking back room was probably a clusterfuck.
it wasn't. Now, mind you, had I been there, say, a couple days ahead of time, it would have been just fine.
Yeah.
I've never experienced a situation like this, and it's by far worst case scenario. I mean, it was unbelievable. And I'm just sitting there, you know, the whole time he's flapping his gums at me, I'm maniacally laughing in my head saying, this is just so fucking wonderful. I love every second of this. Oh, this is just so great. I mean, this is just very fitting.
You know, as soon as he left, he probably thought you're a fucking idiot that can't even get your fucking cooler dated. And you've been doing this 100 years.
That fucking produce manager. Make sure he never gets promoted. I want a note. Note in his file. Ironically, I just had my review that morning, which is hilarious. So anyway, the good news is, now look, that's all my dude, when he fucking moved on from my department, he shook my hand and he said, oh, good luck, good luck. I walked out. Dude, I fucking left that place and I was done. Done. I was done. So I didn't hear anything after that. I come in this morning. Sherry, our co-manager, was on. Brad was taking a few days off. She walks up to me, and I'm sitting there cleaning shit. Goes, oh, good morning. I go, yeah, if you say so. Goes, well, yeah, yesterday was a little rough, but I just want you to know it wasn't just you. You know, the whole store was just in terrible shape, and, you know, he wasn't just picking on you. Like, oh, that makes me feel a little bit better. Thank you. Yeah, he walked everyone's cool. He really beat up Deli, you know. And I'm like, good. Okay, good. I'm not singled out then. Doesn't make it any less painful, but, you know. Says, well, now he's going to make us do a model store of our choosing. They're going to bring the senior vice president up here. He's going to be anal about CGO. He's going to be anal about cleaning.
Why?
And blah, 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 blah,
You guys
blah, 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 blah.
didn't look good? Like you're getting punished for not looking good?
I guess. I mean,
No wonder Brad took a few days off. It's a rough first walk, huh?
but no, it wasn't. Like, and Brad's a very positive guy, and I give him a lot of fucking credit. Because he does remain pretty positive. He sends an email to all the team leads this morning. Bing! Brad. I'm like, oh, here we go. Here's the recap. He starts off with like, team, I just want to thank you for all the hard work, and it was a pretty good visit, blah, 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 blah. I'll send you individual emails of all the bullet points, but yeah, overall, he said he saw an improvement, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's not what I fucking saw when he walked with me. That's not what I got from him. But okay.
You know what's interesting? Just the by no means am I saying Harris Teeter's perfect, because we have our fair share of fuckwads. But never have I experienced, I haven't been in position that long. So I haven't gone through a ton of walks with high upper level management. I was on night crew forever. But I have never experienced like somebody high up, like in our situation, my RVP would shake your hand, ask you some questions, some background information if he didn't know you, like ours is new. And just some general statements, nothing super detailed unless if there's some new initiative that we're working on or a new program. They all have their little things that they think are important versus a different one. But if there was anything like coachable, it would be told to like myself or Oscar, not so much the department manager.
Well,
like
no, it's very uncommon. It's very uncommon. I think that's the first time I've actually talked to him at length. Because usually it is just that case. You would come in.
And look, if I'm the RVP, the last thing I'm doing is grilling you about CGO. That's a conversation I'm having with Mr. Zone Director. Like, if you're noticing this problem in all your stores, are you walking them? Are you checking this stuff? Like, that shit would flow downhill. Like, as an RVP, I'm not particularly dealing with super business-oriented conversations with my department managers. That shit's going on with upper-level management so they can deal with it.
Oh, don't worry.
It's kind of weird.
I got the ping pong between the zone director and the RVP. Just picture them on either side of me flapping their gums. Yep, so I'm answering the regional vice president, and then the zone directors talk to me, blah, 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 blah. So, Jerry, when do you like to blah, 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 blah? I'm like, well, hold on. Let me ping pong between the two of you. Now,
not to mention, I'm sure cycle counts are probably audited for you guys on some sort of audit.
They are, yeah. Weekly, we have like a set amount we have to do, which is superfluous because we have so many we have to do anyways. We have to hit those things, so they're going to be watching it a lot closely, a lot more closely. Now, don't get me wrong.
And why are they having a heightened sense about this? Because of the bulk product?
No, because our RVP thinks he knows everything about it and thinks it's the best thing in the world. And he's just hyper-focused on it all of a sudden. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, number one, he hasn't been up here in a while, and every time he's been up here, it's been with Jeff. Jeff was the master at manipulation with these assholes. I think when he found out Brad was there, he was gonna, dig in. And dig in he did, not just with me. But it's like meat department. I get it, like meat department's probably my closest relatable department. The meat manager, older than I am, gruff older guy. His name is Les, knows everything about meat. Big dude.
Yeah, typical meat department.
We vent to each other.
I think that's how every meat department in the world runs. Like every year, like I've never witnessed a meat department being a shit show. You know why? Do you know why? Because it's all men.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Funny thing is, I actually have a female meat manager.
Les and I get along very well because typically meat and produce, like I said, they're the closest in sales and a lot of things. They're two very important departments. They kind of complement each other between the two, you know what I mean?
100%.
So Les and I get along incredibly well. He comes over and he'll start talking shit and venting to me, and then like we'll cross each other and we'll just start talking shit about corporate. So he comes walking through my department on lunch, and I go, "Oh, Les, let's compare and contrast, shall we? How was your walk yesterday?"
Recap.
So I told him all the things that he said to me, and he goes, "He told me the exact same thing. He asked me the exact same questions. He worded it exactly the same way to me. I don't know what these fucking idiots want." Like, no, grab your ankles and hold on. That's what you gotta do. But, and don't get me wrong, it's not like he came through and was shouting at me, pointing fingers, calling me names. He was very gentle in his delivery. It could have been a lot worse. And it has been a lot worse with other people, with Scott Sabentino. So when he was talking to me, he did so not in a condescending manner, but he was asking questions. I was answering him, and he was answering back, you know? It wasn't... It was a pleasant exchange. It wasn't, you know, what the fuck is this? What do you think you're doing? It was nothing like that. Had it been that, I would have ran out.
What I would have done, based off the personality of the person, like our RVP, I don't know well. I've only walked with him once. Super nice guy. Very personable. Very kind. Fairly genuine for who he is. You know, he walks around, shook everybody's hand that he encountered on his first time in. But like, if I walk a department and it's a fucking shit show, at least with my DM, as soon as he comes in, I already give him the rundown. Okay, well, you know, deli store looks good other than the deli. That's usually 99% of the time. That's our conversation, and then we walk the store.
I don't know what you mean.
But if a department doesn't look good, but I know they're one of my strong people, like I'm going to bat for him. Like, oh yeah, he just got back from a 10-day vacation. So
well, here's the thing though. This is what was crazy.
Just a total shit show.
The department looked great, which is a miracle considering the situation, and he complimented a lot of areas of the department. It's not like I was blown apart and he was nitpicking. It was a very weird situation. The place looked great, and he's like, "Oh, the apples, oh, this all looks nice, and you know, this is all, you know, this looks nice." And but he was just in one of those nitpicky moods, and let me tell you, it could have gone a whole lot fucking worse.
Every store.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I said, if he nitpicked this store to this degree, we're gonna look like the fucking Taj Mahal once he hits the other store. I'll tell you that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So like, Oscar and I have this thing. Whether it's auditors, or corporate people, they already made their mind up before they walked in the door how your day's gonna go. You know, it's just like when I was in football. You'd get bitched at and screamed at for a horrible practice. And it's like, man, I'm doing the same thing that I do every day. Like, you're just in a bad mood, or you had a preconceived notion you were going to be tougher on us.
Yep.
But I don't know. I'm very thankful that the style of management that our old RVP that's moved up to VP of the company was our old DM. He's the one that actually hired me, but he was very very direct. As DM particularly. Now, I never got to experience that because I was overnight. As RVP, every time he came in, super nice. You know, never did a lot of digging. Our operations manager does a little bit of digging, like he would venture through the back rooms. And he branches off, dude. Like, they always show up all together as a pack. And then Steven Sloppy Roberts, operations manager, will like just kind of shuffle around and go do his own thing. And I find it super weird because he doesn't like introduce himself.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's like,
well, and to your point, this is one thing I always credit Brad for. He does stand up for you. And when I had my review, now look, this review wasn't even a fair one because he wasn't even here. So they're basing a lot of information on bullshit. Everything was good. I was not subpar in any area.
I fucking hope not.
And of course, you know, the entire company was fucked because our budgets were so far out of whack. They were unbelievably unachievable. And that knocks you down some points. So this was a ranking between horrible woman bitch, her assessment versus the assessment of my specialist, our zone director, and Brad. So it was a circle jerk between the four of them. They all came to a consensus.
Who's the bitch?
Our temporary store manager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that creature, that joke. She had input too. I guess she liked me, so that's all that matters. It was a good review, and Brad said straight up, you know, when it comes to following, you know, policies, you're the only department that follows policy. You're the only department that has all the CBTs caught up.
Babysit that shit.
And he says it's an absolute pleasure to work with you. Well, thanks, Brad. You know what? I'm going to reciprocate this. I want to say this to you. I appreciate the fact that you're, number one, very positive, and number two, and this is the first thing I look for in a new store manager, this is how I base my assessment of them, is do they have my back? Do they stand up for me? Jeff stood up for me at every turn. Most store managers did not. And you have. That right there is everything to me. You stand up for me, I'll work hard for you. Simple as that. And I think that's the way it should be.
Absolutely.
And you know, if Brad does come to me with, like right now, my specialist is all fired up because I haven't seen him, and you know, blah 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 blah. I'm really good at diffusing situations. When people get all fired up over this shit, you know, and all this shit has to be fixed, this is what I say. I said, okay. Let me come up with a game plan. This is very fixable. You just have to refocus. I'll come up with something. It's not a big deal. We'll get it fixed.
Well, here's the thing. Like, what I try to tell Oscar or department managers if they don't look good for a walk, or regardless of who it is, the specialist, district manager, some corporate person, they got to justify their job somehow.
Yep.
So it's like, you know, just do what you do. But
yeah, and
you gotta have your people's backs, man.
That being said,
especially the people that, like everything you just said about Brad, that's how I feel about my dairy department and my grocery department. I don't have to chase that shit. Now,
well,
I've got really good department managers in other departments, and I still have to chase that shit because they prioritize other things. But like, all that stuff really fucking matters, in addition to making sure the department looks good. But like, your position is more than that.
Yeah, ain't that the fucking truth?
I don't want to have to chase fucking training or other bullshit.
No, and you know, I think the good news is I saw period 1 budget for produce. I asked today because I'm like, Sherry, did Brad post the period 1 budgets? Yep, it's hanging up on the whiteboard in the manager's office. So I go up there. Oh yeah, here it is. So I'm writing it all down, week 1 through 4. I'm like, interesting. Huh. These numbers actually make sense. They're not ridiculous. So I run down, pull up my buy sell, and I'm comparing it to my buy sell. And I'm like, god damn, we're beating our budget every week. Then I said to Sherry, I think this is fake. I don't believe this. I think they're going to pull the rug out from under us like they did 2 years ago.
Right.
In quarter 4, when all the business dies, they ramp our budget up to summer numbers, and we lose everything we gained over 8 months. So I don't fucking believe this for a second, Cherry. She goes, well, let me pull up my phone, and she's pulling up every period total store sales. And she's flipping through month by month, and I'm looking at it, and when I see store sales, I know what the store does. When I see that number, I know what the produce budget's gonna fall. You know, ballpark. So she's flipping up, and like, these all seem very, very attainable. I mean, I should be able to clear budget no problem this year at these numbers. Which is odd because they haven't fixed that in such a long time. And I'm telling you, this is such an achievable budget. I've never had that. Since I've been a produce manager at that store, the budget's never been attainable. We've squawked about it for years. Nothing. This year, all of a sudden, oh, yep, this is good. Oh, you mean when you guys fucked up, ruined the budget for the entire chain last year in some astronomical fucking Lucy in the sky with diamond bullshit that you pulled out of your ass. Where the fuck did you get those numbers, number one? And you ruin our EBITDA at the end of the year and fuck everybody because whomever did the arithmetic on your end thought that these stores could achieve this astronomical number.
That's how they've started the year for us.
Dude, I could get hit with a fucking baseball bat, run over by a bus, and still shit out a better budget than that. Like, you have to be a special level of fucking retard to sit there, look at the numbers for the past year, and go, well, yeah, I think we can hit this number that's, 30% higher. When the socio-economic situation in the country isn't gonna have that.
What I find really funny is you don't hear Teeter talk much about budget. The only time budget really comes up for us is at the end of a quarter or a period or the year when we're looking over our final store,
your P&L
financial report. Yeah. Outside of that, they have a number that they either worry about or don't worry about, in my district manager's terms, for perishable waste. Outside of that, and they really don't even look at percentages. They more or less look at retail dollars.
Well, actually, that's a good... I don't know what my shrink budgets are. And of course, we're going over my produce P&L, so to speak, for my review. It's a lot of information. Well, you missed your sales budget, blah, blah, blah. Yep, not achievable. Like, laughably so. Well, yeah, the whole chain's like that, so it doesn't count. Well, you missed your shrink budget by a little bit. Yeah, well, don't worry, that was unachievable too. So, yep, there's that. Yeah, the whole chain was unachievable. Yep, so that doesn't count. Yep, okay, yep. Well, you made your wrap, though. You didn't have it.
Made your wrap? I don't think I've seen a department make their wrap rare cedar. Never achievable. Most other numbers, though, aren't too bad. Budget-wise for us.
I still have it in my pocket.
Until they start rolling in all the fucking miscellaneous charges that you need a glossary of terms to understand. So they're actually finally, when I went through co-manager training 4 years ago, we were in the middle of changing over to Kroger's financial system, Dodeca. So I never learned on that program. I learned on our old program, which we couldn't even access online because they were updating it. So we were just using old printed out ones. Everything changed to Dodeca, and they've yet to do like a training class for us. So they finally just announced one that we can sign up for. It's online, but it's like, well, thank you. That would be nice to have. I mean, it's fairly straightforward, but the program itself is kind of wonky and
bullshit that makes you scratch your head how it even came to be.
The layout and
like who the fuck wrote this program? And dude, it's the same thing with our UKG, which is our time and attendance. There's an app on my phone I can access, change my schedule from my phone. I can change everybody's schedule from my phone. I can see their hours in real time on my phone. The PC version is completely fucking different and foreign. I'm like, so you had two different teams clearly write each program. And number two, what type of fucking college idiot did you bring in? Probably some of these Ivy League, these Ivy League class types that came in that thought any of this shit, any of this workflow was a good idea. And it's the same thing with our Periscope. It's the same overly complex bullshit where they tack on so many metrics and make it such a labyrinth way to, like, access all this information. It's not straightforward at all. If I need to look up somebody's schedule, don't put it in 16 different submenus of 16 different subcategories to get to that one thing that should be one click away. Who the fuck is writing this shit? And who signed off and saying, oh, this is a good workflow, especially if you're running and you're in a business, you know, they want to waste time on this shit. Like, it's just unfucking believable to me. AI could do a better job writing this shit.
They could.
And I'm like, Sherry, how do I access, you know, this certain information? Like, how do I access this person's vacation time? Like, I can't see it anywhere. Oh, well, you have to go up to this little filter up on the right-hand corner, you know, amidst all these other icons that do nothing. Click that, and you got to go down to this submenu branch tree, and you click on the branch tree that says, etc. Then you got to scroll down to 16 other. I'm like, why? Why can't I double-click on the fucker's name and have the information pop up? Well, you got to filter it through 16 different... Oh, God. Oh... Look, most of the schedules stay the same. Can't I just copy and paste? No, you can't copy and paste. You gotta hold control, and then you gotta drag this, but you gotta make sure you hold it tight, because if you don't drag it, I'm like, oh, God. Yeah.
We can copy and paste, but you have to do Control-C and Control-V. But I can't copy a 8 to 4 shift from Jerry Kuniff and paste it under me, 8 to 4. Doesn't work.
Oh, I can do that.
Even if I'm just looking at the grocery schedule. They're all classified the same job title. Like, I could almost understand it if I had the whole store roster pulled up and I got a front-end associate, a produce associate. Nope. Just grocery. Can't do it.
Okay, that's good. Oh, then we get an audit for our time and attendance and our scheduling. So, like, oh, we got knocked off on a few things, and she said, yeah, Grayson... Produce scheduled Grayson out of his availability. Like, I did no such thing. He told me what his availability was. Yeah, well, he submitted it as he's only available 1 to 8 when it should have been 10:30 to 7, and, you know, because you scheduled him that way, it came out and marked us off. And I'm like, oh. Well, then you gotta go in and manually change his availability for that one day, which means you have to go into this other submenu. Then you have to change it, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, fortunately, we're not audited on the schedule thing except for the front end.
Well, you said you got a raise. What % did you get?
God, it was 2.8.
Ooh, that's a good raise. But that's because you got exceeds. I got a good, slightly shy above 2%.
Just rolling in the dough, baby.
Yeah. Great. Well, next year should be better. You know, actually having Brad there and having an achievable budget will definitely change things. And the good news is, consistently, I've always gotten really good reviews. There's never been any year where, like, I meet expectations, everything, but I'm subpar of what like, I've always been good across the board. He said my biggest strong suit was dealing with my people. He said that was the one thing where he sees I'm the strongest at. In a lot of areas in the store struggle.
Yes, dude, we've said it 100 times. It's a people business. That needs to be where you're best at. I'll never forget Oscar telling me, like, after my first few months there, oh, I've actually learned a lot with how you deal with people and interact with them.
Yep.
Well, it's like, Oscar, that's why I can go to every one of these people, just like chocolate-covered strawberries. I use somebody from every damn department because they wanted to help me. That's how you deal with them.
Yep. Absolutely.
Have their back, they're gonna have yours.
So I had my kids. Yeah, you'll never hear me say that again. My kids. And by that I mean I have children in my department now. That's where we're fucking at. Cole is 17. Paris is 18. I consider her a kid too. So Cole is very 17. I was at that place so fucking long yesterday. I was able to see both of them come in. They closed together just because I wasn't sure what was going on with scheduling my first day back. So they both came in. I stood in the middle and they stood on either side of me. I said, Cole? Yeah, I'm Jerry. Looks like you've worked with Bruce a few days. And I walked with them in the department. I said, this is what you want to focus on. I said, I want you to know something. This is not front end, because he came off of front end. Okay, this is not front end. We're not clicky like front end. This is a different story over here. Okay? I actually care about the team I have. Okay? If you work hard for me and I see the effort, I will go to bat for you and always have your back. To prove that, here's Paris. Paris has had some problems in the past where her grandfather passed away, shit popped up, but I've accommodated. I've moved things around so she can take care of that business. Now, Paris.
Right.
Do I not have people's backs when they show me that they want to do good work? And she goes, I mean, you've been really good. I mean, he's been really good. So, Cole, you'll have a checklist so you're organized. Here's your notepad so you can write stuff down and you don't forget. If you have problems, let me know. I'll see what I can do. But over here, you will matter. And you're not in front end anymore. I like to keep the people I have. And I have proved that. And that's why I've had the lowest turnover in the entire store. So that's where I left 17-year-old Cole. And
Yeah,
I also told him...
take relationship, and I'm always going to give them the benefit of the doubt until they prove me otherwise.
That was
I will
Paris.
give second chances.
That was Paris.
However, like, yeah, my deli manager yesterday tried to tell me I'm too nice to people.
Yeah, fuck
I
you.
said, well, sometimes I am.
Fuck you, man.
Sometimes I am, but when you work third shift and you deal with the people I've had to deal with over the years, you'll learn to be really patient and really understanding
it's survival
and
technique.
not jumping to conclusions. However, if they let me down,
Fuck 'em.
oh, they're going to know about it, and they're done.
Well, and this is the thing. In Paris, I use her as an example because this is a unique situation. A lot of bad luck, kind of like my situation coming back from vacation. Just everything just went bad at the right time. Like I said, once in a lifetime bullshit. So Paris, it's her first job ever. You know, she was calling out a lot, and it was always an excuse. My co-manager was getting pissed off, started romping on her, which means the store manager was getting pissed off and romping on her. I worked with her, they didn't. And I'm like, well, Jerry, you gotta hold her accountable. She keeps on, I'm like, look. I know on paper it looks bad. This is what I'm telling you is happening. I think what's happened is a lot of shit just went wrong all at once. Just bad timing on everything. That's how I read this situation, because I talked to her.
And that's a thing. I mean, when you bring people into chaos, or they start in a chaotic department or a chaotic situation, that's a real thing, dude.
But the difference is, working with her, I didn't get, I don't want to be here, I'm going to call out when I can. I did not get that. Because I didn't get that, she wanted to learn, she wanted to do it. I stood up for her multiple times. She called out. Sherry'd be like, oh, why the fuck she call out? She called out again. I said, yeah, something happened. Her grandfather died. Oh, I don't believe that. Well, shit happens. And then Brad would come up to me. Well, yeah, her attendance, this and that. I said, I know. It looks like that, but I'm telling you, I've worked with her. She legitimately wants to be here, and I'm telling you guys, it is bad luck on her part. You gotta trust me on this. Month and a half down the road, Brad comes up and says, Paris hadn't had any attendance issues. I mean, she's been showing up. I said, I know! That's what I told you guys! I'm telling you, she wants to be here. But what if I wasn't here to stand up for her when all that shit just hit the fan at once in her life?
Yep, and I always lean on my department managers to make that final decision on situations like that.
As well you should. We're the ones working with the people.
Always. Oscar's not like that, though. When he makes his mind up on somebody, that's it. They're probably fucked, and they're going to have a hard time. But I really try not to do that because, most situations, they're probably right about her, But every now and then, you got to really take everything into consideration.
Well, I'm telling you, and Paris is young. And I tell Justin, my assistant, this all the time, like, the way you look at this, we're essentially parents, I don't need kids. I already have kids that I deal with all day. We're glorified parents, especially these younger kids. Cole, 17, 18, they're dealing with just constant bullshit, I'm sure. And a lot of them just need life help overall. And
Absolutely.
Paris, I've talked to, she texts me. Work shit. And I'll text her back. I'm like, you have to understand, Paris. This is reality. This is life. This is what you need to do. Taking the time to coach her on things. Me showing her that I've had her back and I've covered for her a lot is starting to come back around. And I'm telling you, I said,
It'll pay dividends.
I said, Paris, I know we got you started on 3 days, 4-hour days. You've shown that you've got initiative, you want to do this, and you're doing a good job. How would you like to work 5 days? We'll keep you on 4-hour shifts for now. Oh yeah, I'll do that. Perfect. Now I got her 5 days a week, 4-hour shifts. Big fucking surprise, right? But and the reason why I go to those lengths with these people, and you and I are very good judges of character. We've been doing it a long time. I would want somebody to do that for me, and not a lot of people have done that for me.
Correct.
I've been fucked many times because of Lake Placid's a prime example. I've been fucked many times being in shit situations like that nobody stood up for me for. Nope, I will not do that. So, fuck all the people that, are just pieces of shit and don't do that. I'm just disgusted that people like that are even allowed to exist in these positions.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I mean, dude, I swore up and down on her. I said, I got a good feeling about her because I'm telling you, she does want to be here. She's putting effort in, but a lot of shit is just roadblocking her right now. She texted me yesterday. My car started shitting the bed. Won't start. I said, okay, what's the problem? Well, we think it's the fuel pump, blah, 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 blah. I said, okay. You have all day to figure this out. But let me tell you something, Paris. I have a whole paragraph of text I sent her. I said, this is the real world. You're an adult now. Your car's going to need to go into a shop. You'll be lucky to get that in 2 weeks. These shops book weeks in advance. So now you're sitting without a car for 2 weeks. You cannot miss 2 weeks of work because your car's in the shop. That's not how the world works. This is what you can do. I will help you with this. Number 1, we have a bus. There is a bus schedule. If I need to work around a bus schedule temporarily, I'll do that for you. Number 2, you can rent a car. You'll have to have your parents sign for you because you're young. But you can rent a car. If you need to get a ride from somebody that has a slightly different schedule, I will work with you on that. But you have to figure this out. You have all day. Tell me what you're going to do. About an hour goes by. She says, well, I was able to ask my mom, and, I'll just drive my mom's car when she gets home. Can I just come in at 4:30? Because that's when she gets... I'm like, absolutely.
Perfect.
I will do that for you. She comes in. She goes... No, I think we'll be okay. I'll be able to work my original shifts because my mother's able to change her schedule around and I can just use her car for the time being. Brilliant. Good job on your problem solving. That is adulting. You figured it out. But I'm willing to help you with that. Because I've been in that situation. It sucks. I would want my boss to help me too. So I'm building a lot of loyalty with her over these things. And like I said, she is starting to pay that back. So I don't know, man. It's just... we got a good thing going right now. I think, like I said, by the end of the year with Brad and everything, a lot of shit will change, and it already has. But we got a really good team in place. I just got to build up these youngsters and get things settled.
Yeah, we have done a really good job building our store right now. Lowest turnover for the second quarter in a row.
Starts at the top.
District.
Starts at the top.
You know what? And I told my DM that when he came in the last time that, you know, Oscar's changed a lot with how he, you know, and how he deals with people. Mostly it's that he doesn't. I will. That's fine.
You foot the bill for that. Well, and the problem is, you know, at the end of Jeff's tenure, he got to be very, very miserable. And rightfully so. He got fucked a lot.
I can appreciate that.
But the thing with Jeff is he was at the end of his career. When he first started at our store, it was night and day. When he wanted to leave and they negotiated with him, he changed. And by the end of his tenure, he just came in, he never left the office. He just always just kind of miserable. And the whole store felt it. Like there's a cloud over the store all day. And I even talked to Jeff about it. I'm like, you know, man, it's just, it starts at the top. You come in, if you're not in a good mood, we all feel it. Like, oh, I know, guy, but you know, like, hey, I'm just giving you feedback. And when the bitch came in, the teenage bitch that somehow got a store manager position, fucking insulting to someone like me, didn't introduce herself to anybody, walked around on her phone. She didn't talk to me, her produce manager, for about a week and a half. Didn't come up to me.
Yeah, how do you think the part-time cashier that closes every day feels?
Oh, dude, it was bad.
You know, like
it was bad.
I just don't get that shit.
Our
man.
co-manager.
That's one thing I'll say to Oscar. Like he doesn't really go out of his way to talk to a lot of the part-timers, and he is very transactional a lot of the times in the way he's speaking to people. Like he ain't gonna talk to you unless if you don't have your name tag on.
Right,
then
right,
he's gonna come up. He ain't gonna say hi, how are you? He's gonna say, where's your name tag? But for the most part, like people don't walk on eggshells like that, and he is at the end of his career, but it has formulated in his brain to just not really give a shit.
Must be nice.
So we just laugh at the misery.
You gotta surrender to the absurdity.
And how it all goes wrong all the time.
Surrender to the absurdity. But anyway, and this is why, you know, when I told you, I'm like, if we lose Jeff, we're fucked. Because there's just not a big pool to pull from. And I just don't have a lot of faith in store managers. Not from what I've seen. So when I came back from vacation and she was gone, they said, we have our new store manager coming. Some guy from Connecticut. Okay, you said guy, right? Yep, his name is Brad. Oh my god, he's got like a white man name. Oh, this is really promising. Like, but he's probably gonna be a raging dickhead coming from Connecticut. Comes in. Hey, Jerry, how's it going? Yeah, my name's Brad. You blah 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 blah. Like, wow, he acknowledged me. He approached me.
That's what I've done, even as a co-manager. Like, it's awkward for everybody. Like, the manager included. Like, but that's what you got to do. I mean, I don't.
Oh well.
That's why when I'm in the office, most of the time my door's open. Like, I don't want people to walk on eggshells.
And remember, I'm the funniest guy in the world to Brad. Still. And actually, my first day back, and dude, I was miserable. So I was giving him, like, short one-liners, sarcastically, not to be funny. But dude, he spits out his coffee every time I say shit. Like, he thinks I'm the funniest guy. It's hilarious. And we have all of our donation bags in the bagel factory just piled in there. They're supposed to come and pick it up for the homeless shelter. So Brad comes through and he's like, "Oh, well, Jerry, they were supposed to pick all this up. You know, I mean, I don't know why they're not here. I mean, it's all free food." And he's complaining to me, and I go, "Well, Brad, I mean, worst case scenario, you can just push all the shit out back. Out back being where the homeless assistant deli manager is, right?"
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
give her a snack.
you could just push. Worst case, you can just push that shit out back, dude. He laughed so fucking hard. It echoed through the store, and all the customers stopped and looked. I mean, dude, it was like a guttural, from the bottom of the gut laugh. It took me by surprise, and it startled me. And he was just laughing fucking hysterically. And I'm like, breathe, man. Breathe, man. It's okay. I didn't mean to be that funny. I'm just saying fact. Like I said, even if I fuck the dog and get fired, he'd keep me on just because I make him laugh. Oh, Jerry, your one-liners.
That's how me and Oscar are. Yesterday, he God, what was it about? Something with my floral manager, who is a near-retirement lady. She kind of looks like the Penguin from Batman. Like limp.
Oh God, that's actually
short and chubby.
Assistant deli manager. She's got like the big
cane.
flat ass.
She always wears a skirt and really long stockings to work. Now, I've known her all the way back to my overnight days. I love her. Her name's Tippy. She's fucking nuts, right?
Okay.
So, the day before, so what was yesterday? Wednesday? So Tuesday, our corporate lady that's over safety walked the stores. I was off. So when I got in yesterday at 9 o'clock, I asked Oscar how it went, and I said, last time she came, she got mad at Tippy's permanent extension cord. Oh, yep. She's got another one over there. We gotta move it. Can't be behind stuff. Can't be permanent. And so him and Tippy really go at it. I mean, Tippy fucking screams at him, calls him an idiot, and Oscar just laughs.
Oh my God.
So Tippy comes, like she could hear us talking about her. She pops her head in because she has to get the tablet for FTD whenever she gets there. And I said, "Hey, Tippy, I heard you have an extended use extension cord." And then someone called me out to the service desk, so I got up and left the office. And I could just hear Tippy going off on Oscar. That's not permanent use. I just have it there because it's easier for me, just going on and on and on. And so a little bit later on, Oscar, me, and somebody else were talking. Then he goes, "You motherfucker left me in there with Tippy this morning," and just walked out like nothing. It's like, yes, I did.
That was premeditated.
Yes, I did. Pulled the fucking hand grenade.
Well, I'll tell you,
hand grenade.
So there's a couple things with the store manager, and I told you, like, our labor's always been a thing, and Jeff is always, because we had a good relationship, gave me whatever I needed. If he was a Francine and held me to what I was actually given, I'd have to fire everybody.
God, it's crazy.
So coming in, I'm like, oh God,
Especially
this new guy,
compared to what we get.
he could be a complete dick and hold me to like the exact number that we're supposed to get for our labor, and then I'm gonna have to like cut hours, and then we're not gonna be able. And I'm like, that's the shit that had me more concerned about anything. And I even told my assistant that. I said,
yeah.
I'm like, dude, we've been really good because Jeff just gave me exactly what I needed, no problem. Could max everybody out.
But the thing is, coming from like the store management side of it, like, I am way more apt to give more hours than I'm supposed to certain departments because I know they're going to utilize them and I'm never going to have to go over there and help. Whereas there's other departments throwing more labor at it's not going to help anything. It's just going to get worse.
The most that he did is he came to me and said, so, Jerry, how much labor do you usually use? Like what do you typically need? And this is before shit hit the fan with Grayson leaving and all that. I said, honestly, what I'm using right now gets us through the winter. I'll need a little bit more for the summer, probably an extra shift, like an extra 40 hours a week. Oh, okay. He hasn't uttered payroll to me ever since. Like, I max everybody out where I can. No, doesn't say anything. No, just schedule what you need. Oh, well, okay. That makes life a lot easier. Francine, on the other hand, that fucking cunt. Oh my god, she would put me through the ringer. Jerry, I'd write the schedule. Jerry, you gotta cut from your schedule. I mean, I'm ran it pretty tight, Francine, as it is. Not, you're over.
Well, think about how flawed that logic is, too. Like, you're gonna cut from the department that in every reasonably high-end grocery retail chain is the most important department.
Oh yeah, she fucked me. Bad, dude.
It's the first department. It's one of the most popular departments. It's the department that's going to cause people to go to other stores.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, dude. Like, I'm telling you that it was ridiculous what she's holding me to. And she's the same way at the other store. The other store is fucking slave labor and they're doing twice the business we are. Fucking crazy.
Dude, you would jizz yourself at Harris Teeter.
So I would sit there
with all the help.
Dude, I've had situations where Francine would kick back my schedule and she would set the number I'd have to hit. And I'd have to hit it, no matter what. And I'm like, delete that schedule, delete that day, delete that day. I'm still over. And dude, like, all I have left are my full-timers. Myself, my assistant, and our full-timer. All my part-timers. Gone. Francine, if I was to go by the number you gave me, I'd have to get rid of my two part-timers. Oh, well, that's the number you gotta hit. Okay.
Yeah, Oscar's very realistic with that. It's really funny because we're looking at, we call it attainment. So corporately, they want us at 110% of the hours they give us, right?
Okay.
And there's a number breakdown and a percentage report. That
we used to have something like that.
The last 6 weeks.
I think for us, it was called percent effectiveness. That was the report.
Same thing. Same stat. So we were looking at it yesterday, and the total stores. It's funny, at the tail end of last year when we weren't getting raped by our labor budget, we were making 110, 109, 112. Since the start of quarter one, but not even the start of quarter one, I'd probably say 2 months into quarter one, we're just hovering at 106, and we can't get past that threshold. Part of that is because we've had no turnover. The other part of that is they're raping us. But Oscar's really good at, if somebody needs a full-time position to keep them from leaving and they're good, he's going to do it. Now, what's really funny is the breakdown on that report's all the major departments, right?
Yep.
One of the departments that's included, the only department that's included that doesn't have a individual department manager over it or a scorecard that's scored off of it, is control, which is scanning and receiving. It's technically non-perishable, falls into the total store labor budget, but doesn't count against the grocery or dairy frozen scorecard. So what do you think I do? I go through and I do all sorts of fuckery with that. So 2 of my stock crew guys have tag hanger assigned to them as secondary job codes. So 60 hours a week, roughly 140, one full-timer and a part-timer. I charge straight to tag hanging, charge to control. I have a full-time dairy guy that I charge to control. So
Spreading it
you're
out,
looking at 100 hours that I'm charging into control. So Oscar's looking at this report. He's like, yeah, everybody's numbers are pretty good. And we always talk about this at the meeting, right? He reads everybody's number off to us that we have every week. And I'm always sitting there like, oh God, I hope he doesn't mention control. I hope he doesn't mention control. I hope he doesn't mention control, because it's like 55%.
Oh my God.
But dude, like that, what's the point of having it at 110 or 150 or 200?
What's really
There's
funny
no
about
point.
that?
You might as well charge as much as you can to that, so that it doesn't count against grocery. Dairy would only have 120 hours a week if I didn't charge those 30 hours of that guy to control. So now they can be at 150. They can actually clean. They can get their stuff done, and it doesn't count against them. So he looked at it yesterday. He's like, really need to dive into that and see what's going on. He has no idea I do all that.
Well,
But I'm not the only one. Like, it's a very common practice with Harris
So
Teeter
here's the thing.
That's what you do.
years ago, our co-manager was sent to the department head's email with the breakdown of the percent effective rate for each department. Because I always got fucked on hours, you know what my percentage was? Consistently average. He would send the report down, produce would be 167%.
Good God.
I'm like, yeah, so you guys don't, see that number and, question things? Oh, yeah, it's pretty high, but, yeah. Yeah, 160 fucking percent effectiveness. Because I have nobody. Yeah, that was years and years ago. We're definitely not at that point now, but we were at an absurd effective rate. And I always remember him sending that report, and I'd look at me, and I'd be miles higher than everybody else. I'm like, oh, yeah, because that looks logical. That's a good idea. Let's see, front end,
and you know what
86%. Oh,
that's
look.
Totally. That's the opposite of taking care of customers.
Deli. Oh, look.
You're impeding business.
Deli's at 75. Oh, that's good. Well, at least we can balance out the entire store's fucking abysmal average with produce.
On you.
Well, yes, all these stores are at 70% effective rate, but produce is at 167% because we're raping them, which actually balances out for the store. Huh, yeah.
That's a meat department for us. They're always at like 140, 150. Everywhere I'm always at.
Meat department's hard. That's a hard department to staff. And dude, Les tells me, the thing is
it's an expensive department to staff.
It's a trade. It's, they're kind of on a different tier. They get paid more. It's a very specialized department. But the problem is Les is always complaining to me about this stuff. And he's like, oh, they keep giving me these fucking snowflake fucking teenagers. I can't lift anything. They can't do anything. They don't like the, and it's so true. They send him these fucking twats, pimply face, that are like, this is too heavy meat. I don't like meat department. It's a lot. And literally, our assistant meat manager and our meat manager are just the biggest, fucking jacked up, gruff guys. Aaron, the assistant, loves me. Dude, he's like 6 times my size. And he walks over and goes, oh, hey, Geraldo, how's it going, Jerry? You gotta see this new gun I got. And he'll kneel down so he can get to my level. Oh, yeah. Oh, I blew this pig to smithereens. Oh, yeah, I shot this pig in the face yesterday with this. Oh, did you hear about the fucking Democrats? Oh, dude, I love Aaron. You'd love him. Oh, if there's ever an apocalypse, we'll get together. We'll have enough manpower and firepower to just wipe everybody out. And, dude, the guy's huge. Like, I can't overstate how big he is. If you can imagine him standing next to me, it would look like the fucking
meat department thing, man.
Fucking David and
I don't
Goliath.
get it. Why they're all like that?
And he gets out of his big Toyota Tundra. Gets out of his big Toyota Tundra. Walks up to me with his big bulking fucking shoulders and goes, oh, how's it going, Geraldo? Oh, guess what I got?
I love my meat manager. Her name's Marika. She's a white girl. She doesn't like black guys, though. She's married to a black guy, but he looks very white.
Oh god, that's how we're trying to, rationalize it now. Who's black,
Yeah,
but
he's
he
like
kind of looks a little off.
He's a mechanic.
All right, so he's not like a fucking retard.
But
then.
she's that person, like, you don't have to think about meat department.
Oh, that's nice.
She's always professional. I'm trying to get her to move up.
To what?
To co-manager.
Ugh.
She came from Publix, and that was the level she was at.
I don't think I've ever seen a meat manager become a co.
But her big concern is the schedule. She doesn't want to have to close.
Mm-hmm.
That is a big turnoff for a lot of people.
Dude,
I myself
it ruined my
kinda
assistant.
like it.
Ruined my assistant. Because Jeff promised him, this is back when Jeff was like wooing him.
Man, you can get a lot of stuff done late at night. Like it's not. It's just a drag.
Not when you have a
to
family.
Always, yeah. That part's, I guess,
Justin,
true.
he has Justin Jr. and Audrey. Justin Jr.'s 16 now, but Audrey is still young. She's 10.
But here's the benefit to it. You'll work the same schedule every day.
Oh no,
If
not him.
he wasn't,
Not as a grocery manager. And this is the problem, because
I thought they always worked 12 to 10 or 12 to 9.
nope. So he comes up to me and says, "Oh, they offered me the number I want. I'm
That's
probably
what it
gonna
used to
take
be.
it." And Jeff said I would only have to work like one night a week, and it'd be perfect. And I said, Justin, sit down. There's no way in hell you're gonna be working one night a week in the current state that grocery is. It is in shambles. You hate your assistant already, because you two would war with each other in the past when you're on night crew. So you're going into this with an assistant that you hate and an assistant that hates you. That's going to murder you, number one. And number two, there's no fucking way in hell you're going to get away with the schedule you want that I give you over here, doing that job, dealing with all those moving parts, and an assistant that hates you. Oh, well, I'm doing it, I need the money. But I said, Justin, I'm telling you, you need to listen to me. You're not going to like it. It's going to ruin you. Well, it's more money. Okay, all right, fuck
he
you
knows
then.
everything.
Fuck you then. 2 months in, dude, he was on his knees. He's like, I want to come back so bad, dude. I got it. I'm like, dude, your position's filled. That was Steven. And I'm telling you, the moment that Steven left, it wasn't even a day after he fucked me over. Justin ran in through the front door and he goes, "Is your assistant position open?" Like, dude, how do you even know about that? I didn't even, hasn't even been enough time for that to filter through everybody. Dude, he was on that shit so fast, and he stepped down, quicker than you could fucking blink. Ah, what's wrong there, buddy? Huh? Not what you expected? Having a hard time there? I hate it when people don't listen to me. And I'm always right. Grayson's next. I can't wait to rub that in his face. And when Justin came back after he had all this experience, I said, "Now, Justin, now that we're back to where we started, what's the moral of this story? I will tell you. Jerry is always right." Oh, I get that now. I understand. Okay, good. I'm glad we have an understanding. And dude, he doesn't question a fucking thing, no matter what I say. Set. Well, Justin, let me tell you how it's actually going to happen. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, gotcha. I'm sure you're right. I always am. If he tries to do something that he thinks is brilliant, I'm like, nope, this is the problem with that, and this is why it's going to fail. Okay, I won't even do it then. Good call. Good call there.
The last 2 times my district manager has come, Tippy, my floral manager, got him 2 times ago. Totally caught me off guard and went on for 10 minutes about how great I am. And then, you know what Tony said? He's so funny, dude. He's like, "Oh, yeah, he's a stud. He's a stud."
It said them speed bump abs.
I'm a stud, huh? And then Doug, my produce manager, told him Tuesday when he came in with the safety lady how great I am. I was like, well, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Maybe it'll get me a raise at some point.
No, it won't. I'll take it for granted. Oh, forgive me. I'm looking at the...
You know, he is... Like, I know he just wants to make his life easier. So, like, I get it. There's no point in moving me because I run the store and everybody loves me there and he doesn't have to worry about our store. But he is the type of person where he will pay me back at some point. If he stays in that position, which I think he's going to, it is going to work to my benefit at some point.
Yes.
I don't know when.
No, you won't have anything
we have
to worry about.
challenges.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was looking at the Futura car show. It's as disappointing as it sounds.
Oh, I completed my first boss battle today on Elatra.
I mean, the
run.
boss is every 3 hands, so...
Well, it was like a... I don't know. It was like a whole run, I guess.
Did
but
you,
I got
like,
this...
up to ante 8? Because each round is an ante. So you have... round 1, round 2, boss.
It gave me a trophy. Not sure.
I highly doubt you've gotten to ante 8 and
it hasn't... Like, it hasn't reset my jokers and stuff, so maybe I'm still in it. Like, the final round was, like, I think 4,000.
Oh, yeah, dude, you're at, like, ante 2.
So I must have more to go. So, that's the furthest I've gotten, but I got this cool joker that, like, produces 2 random jokers. If I have the slots for them.
Ooh, that could be
and
potentially
from the
good.
very first hand, it gave me these 2 fucking jokers. I should have taken a picture of them. But dude, you know, like the first one's what, like $200? Like I'm getting thousands off of like a 2 pair.
Oh.
So that just carried me, and I kept both cards for like I think 3 hands, or no, 6 hands, and then one disappeared. But now I've gotten some other good ones. I still have the other one with heavy multipliers and stuff, but
you gotta have it.
I can see where it's addicting, and why you want to just keep going back to it, especially the more familiar with it that you get.
Yep. Well, you start to understand the type of strategy that you need to employ, and a lot of it's luck more than anything. That's the whole nature of roguelites. So the highest I made it was ante 7, and let me tell you, when you get to those higher levels, your hands have to equate to 50,000 points minimum. And you have to have shit so perfect, and if you get a bad roll on a boss, it will end you.
You're fucked.
And the boss that always kills me is the one where you cannot discard anything. So you're dealt your hands, and that's it. You can't pick shit cards, discard them, and get new ones. You have one hand and hope that you have enough multipliers to equal 50,000 points. It's ridiculous. But let me tell you, in order to survive the higher up you go, invest in the planet cards as much as possible, because those add multipliers to every hand type. So if you see a Venus card in the card shop for $3, buy it. It levels up 2 pair. You get the Mars card, or you open up a pack. Pick the hands that you use the most, level the fuck out of them, because that increases your multiplier base. So if you...
Okay.
So 2 pair is probably the hand that most people play the most.
It's the most common. Yep. That's the most common hand I do.
So I think Venus is the 2 pair planet upgrade card. So if I open a planet pack, if I see Venus...
I think I'm meeting Zach at 7.
If I see Venus, I'll level that up. And I got my 2 pair up to level 5. And it kept me alive. So yeah, the dynamics of it's very cool. But it's an absolutely brilliant game. Doesn't beat
Bring
Astrobot
something
though.
you can get wet. Yeah, I'm gonna buy Astrobot at some point.
You need to buy it sooner rather than later because so I played it a little while, a couple days ago. I beat the first boss of the first galaxy, and let me tell you, man, the more I play it, like the more little shit unlocks. It's just absolute joy, like the shit. So, you know, your ship is the PS5. Your PS5 is literally a physical starship. You crash on your hub world, and each galaxy contains a piece of the PS5 you have to recover. So beating the Gorilla Galaxy, the first one, I unlocked the memory. So you get the memory back to your little crash site where your PS5 is set up, and you have to rebuild it using the gyro controls of the DualSense, and you're clicking the memory sticks with the triggers one by one, and you're like hammering the screws in by moving your DualSense like a hammer. And I mean, dude, the way they've conceptualized all this shit's just, the execution's flawless. And it's just so fucking unique. And it's what gaming was when we were kids. That's what games were like. And to see it today is so refreshing that it seems like it's the most astronomical thing. And it's just crazy that gaming has gotten so bad that something like this just brings you back to when gaming didn't completely suck. I'm telling you, you gotta buy it. You're gonna have so much fun with it. And it's a game I can see you actually not turning on once and then never touching it again. I can see you finishing this. It's not gonna require 40 hours. You know, you can be as thorough or as unthorough as you want. But you want to be thorough and unlock all the little Easter eggs because it's all PlayStation history. Everything you unlock has some PlayStation history attached to it.
Right.
From the PS1 days to the PS4. I mean, it's just, they did such a brilliant job with that. It's unbelievable. And it's got so much heart to it. Like, it's just very endearing. The bots are just too adorable. Anyways. I'm resetting our tallies.
One
right.
octane, 2 octane. Might be 3 octanes, dude.
Yeah, our teammate is
The
a
guy
Dominus.
you just collided with, I haven't seen. That guy.
No, he's a Takumi.
Okay.
So 2 octanes.
2 octanes and a Takumi. Interesting.
Yeah, you don't see the Takumi very often.
No, usually if you do, you're in trouble.
Playing our Jalopies. I got it. Dude, I don't know what's going on with these guys. One guy, I think, just timed out. Yep, bullshit octane chip. Okay, he didn't hit that at all.
What a slow, just slow flow.
But yeah, they couldn't even get their players in. Alright, we gotta reset here. This is just a lot of dumb fuckery.
Oh my
And
god, I had that save!
Wow,
If I
lit.
had boost, I'd have been able to get back to it. When did they put that anthem in?
I don't know. That song takes me back. No surprise to me, I am my own worst enemy. It might have been for the summer event last year, because it was a punk theme. I mean, the menu song was Sum 41 and Blink 182. Yeah, who's this carpal tunnel snake faggot? That's like beating me to the ball by a hair every time.
Oh, this is horrid. Playing like half-breed fucking retards.
But yeah, we haven't had the same
Our
players in.
teammate's moving again. That's good. Because he was not moving for a period of time.
All right, I'm at
Like
mid.
on the tee off. They're all sitting in goal.
That was a good fake. Oh.
There's Kumi Fag.
Got carpal tunnel carrying fag.
Ooh, that's got a chance.
Oh,
what
wow.
an angle.
I was coming in for it. Wasn't sure if it was going to be blocked, but I committed.
All right, let's fight our way back to just tie it.
I got this.
All the boost is gone.
Their pings are fucking beyond perfect. They must be right next to the damn server.
Okay, ridiculous bounce.
Yeah, the fuzzy guy is really good
Denied.
too. He's really starting to piss me off. Because he's got a naked octane, so you know how that goes. The TYB sleaze. Fuck. Well, I took off for it, but I saw our teammate go up for it, and it just threw me all off.
Yeah, I was dumbfounded when I saw the ball land.
And I was heading straight for the damn thing. But then I saw our teammate come from the side. And it fucked me up, because I thought he was going to hit it. Bunch of fucking homos anyways. I love it.
GG.
Yeah, bunch of fucking homos. Well, and the flow of the game was just fucked because at the beginning, one guy didn't play, and then he started playing, but then his teammate got kicked, which brought in a new guy. I mean, yeah. That wasn't even a real game. All right.
I think most people would agree. I mean,
Yeah, here we're not very enjoyable to watch.
have you heard that new band Hatebeak?
Yes. I'm not sure if I'd call it a band.
Their entire discography's great. I have a couple of their vinyls. You can really hear the parrot squawking.
Will your record player's stylus even decipher?
No, it just pretty much sounds like white noise.
Yeah, like, I don't think a needle can vibrate enough to accommodate that cacophony of bullshit. I mean, I think it's kind of like if you put Bad Bunny on a turntable, it would just break in protest. All right, let's get our shit together here.
They should do a breathing underwater cover.
I mean, breathing underwater would sound better, factually speaking. That's what breathing underwater would sound like, which is infinitely better than that. Alright. So I see we have a Fennec on our team, there's a Fennec on their team, and then 2 no-name cars. So 1 Octane, 1 Fennec.
I got it. I think our teammate's somewhat competent.
Oh god, one of them roll arounds. Oh yeah, our teammate is technically good. He just can't hit the ball. He missed that, which fucked me all up.
Another wide open goal. He's too busy twirling.
I mean, he looked good twirling.
Point shit.
Oh, I got an assist for that. Was it you that ramrodded me?
Yes.
Uh-oh, little drifty. Oh, he was delayed.
I know you're used to being ramrodded.
Oh, dude, it felt natural. Right at home. Oh, you motherfucker.
Like RVP Scott. Is that his name, Scott?
Scott Sabintino. Then you got this bullshit here.
Who's the president of the company?
The president is... I don't even know, because it changed this year. Or no, wait, no,
Did
never.
you have like the Albertsons guy or...
No,
Not
our
Albertsons,
president is Blaine.
from the failed grocery chain.
Well, the president of Price Chopper Market 32 is Blaine. Blaine Binghurst. The CEO, who's in charge of the parent company,
Goal.
is some new guy. Frank Searcy was the guy who did it before from Tops, but they canned him, so. Scott Grimmett was really good. He's the
Tops.
last CEO that I actually liked.
Tops is such high-end retail. Let's get somebody from their hierarchy.
Oh yeah, dude, it was a fucking shit show.
No!
I'm just waiting for Kroger to buy us. Best case scenario. At least they have a fucking sense of what they're doing.
Yeah, they're just chugging along. They do a good job with acquisitions.
Dude, it'd be stupid for them not to take... We have such a large footprint in the Northeast, which they have no stores in.
Yeah.
I mean, they might have a problem with it monopoly-wise, because it's such a big presence up here, but... I mean, it's the only... We're the only company Kroger could legitimately buy and just be ready to go and have such a large presence up here. Like, they could buy Hannaford's, but Hannaford's doesn't cover nearly the area we do. Like, between the Tops, the Chopper, and the 32s together, it's like 400 plus stores in the Northeast alone.
God, you guys have that many?
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, if Kroger bought the whole shebang, and that's a
We're at, like,
massive
200.
presence.
I don't even know if we're over 200 yet.
And I'm sure the conversations come up before. Oh, this has been a whole bunch of nothing. Oh boy.
Whoops. My car didn't flip. I double jumped on accident.
Okay, he double touched.
Oh, whoops. That's why they call me double McStuffington.
That
Dude,
Pac-Man's...
I've seen you get plowed into 100 times in this game. Yep, they're gonna save that. Yep, called that.
Made him shoot it wide.
By a fucking cunt hair.
Shit. Oh. I was gonna say I'll play it, but you already went for it. I got this. Oh.
Sorry. Had no idea you were coming for that. Okay, teammate whiffed again.
Oh, I didn't. This Ashton fucker is really technically good.
Jerry with another in and out shot. So the ramrodding continues for Mr. Kunta.
Oh god, this is really irritating.
Dude, we had a like 6-minute OT game the other day.
Don't remind me. This one fucker's using Platinum Boost in the most ugly kind. I'm gonna stay right here. You and teammate are up.
Jesus Christ, man. How many fucking posts can we hit? And that was about as good of a pass as you can have.
Whoa!
Yep, I just bailed teammate out. That was... the entirety of that was his fault.
Dude, had I fucking touched that, it would have went in. Alright. Go ahead. Ooh, nice hit. Oh.
I'm really sick of looking at teammate twirling. Dude, it never amounts to jack diddly fuck. Okay, that guy whiffed.
Fuck!
That's great, because I bailed on it.
I know. I couldn't make a move either because... Oh, finally.
There we go. Finally.
Jesus Christ.
Look at him leave.
Yeah, he was the guy that carried the fucking team. Get me off this fucking screen. I don't want to sit there with our teammate. He can twirl there by himself.
Oh, I wanted you to hear my hate beak anthem.
Yeah, watch that be a cross promotion. So like when the game boots up, that's all you hear is...
I'd uninstall it. I would uninstall it. Alright, item shop is total garbage.
Yeah, I looked at it earlier.
Although that gray mic drop. Whew.
I'm gonna put my status across all social media. Probably listening to Hatebeak.
Well, I mean, it's true.
And then when you click on my profile, even though my status says that, I'm gonna put that on my profile too. Just, people need to know this. Everywhere. I don't think I've ever, like, at any point in my social media career, ever put a status as I'm listening to a very specific particular band and this is who it is. Ever. I don't think I've ever put listening to music.
On AIM, probably.
No.
Most of the time, though, my away message would be AFI lyrics.
Ah, nice. You know what I miss, dude? AIM. I miss the sound effects
miss
of people.
Those days, man.
Of people
Yeah,
coming
the
and
door.
going.
Yep. It was so exciting.
Yeah. Oh,
You're
who
sitting
got
there
on?
waiting for that one person to get on.
Ooh, Timmy's on. The sounds, man.
Those were the fucking days, man.
Dude,
God, I
instant
wish I could
messenger.
go back.
Like, that was more exciting than texting. Like, instant messenger.
100%.
Like, I don't even know why, but that was such a big fucking deal back then, and everybody had AOL.
Well, nowadays we have it in front of our face 24/7. Like it was a special occasion to have the time to get on and had to dial up. Like it was just a special thing. Whereas everything we have now isn't.
No, it was very original at the time. You know, it was new.
Oh my fucking god.
Yahoo was really good too, because you could like
Yep.
draw with
I
your
used
friends
Yahoo
and shit,
Messenger a lot.
and you could talk. I remember that's how we would communicate, my friend Lee and I, when we played StarCraft
It was
online
great for video calls.
at 26.8 kilobytes per second. 1/100,000th the speed I have now. But yeah, that was such a cool time, like the 2000s, the early 2000s. And then that matured into MySpace, and I absolutely loved MySpace. Then everyone fucked off and went to Facebook, and then that's when it went downhill. I'm like, why is everyone on Facebook? You can't customize anything. Dude, that fucker with the start out name has stopped everything.
We had no goalie again. And our teammate has 6 points.
Dude, I think he's got a... I don't even know what... I think he's got a Vulcan. Oh, speaking of which, what does this team have? I see a Fennec... A Fennec, a Dominus... So one Fennec, actually.
Why can't we... Oh, someone else joined. But we both voted to forfeit. Like, I don't understand why it wouldn't have forfeited the fucking game.
Well, because that was the first time. When he was still kind of in.
It wouldn't let me vote again.
Oh, I don't know. Who's this nitwit that joined us?
Yeah, that faggot with the start out name.
Dude, like, I had some really good shots on net. And he did some wondrous save.
Yep, he saved my shot as well. Or one of them did. I'm pretty sure it was him.
Yeah, fucking gold tournament winner, my asshole. Although gold is champion now, so, you know. Our teammate's the Tumbler. In case you knew. Oh, start out name guy just fucked you. Yeah, look at them just jerk each other off. He's a real faggot for using the Mantis, too, by the way. Thank you. We're potty freaks, potty freaks. So my assistant is, he's gotten very religious. He goes to church every Sunday. And he's changed because of it for the better. And, like, he sat there and he's like, you know, man, I wish you would find love. Like, well, tried that, been there, been fucked, been screwed over. I just don't care anymore. Well, I know your heart's pretty closed off. Closed off?
Pretty sure it's black and shattered, torn and scattered.
I appreciate the sentiment, Justin, but you're barking up the wrong tree there, bub.
How sweet of him, though.
Your heart's pretty closed off. Yeah. Yeah, you're fucking right, it is.
Now, you need a dog, man.
How? How would I do that?
I know. Trust me, I know. I know all too well.
And, you know, the thing with dogs, we've discussed this millions of times, they don't last long. And my luck...
They don't, man.
My luck, I'll get a
You're
dog.
lucky to get 12 years.
My luck, I'll get the dog. He'll turn 4 and either get shot, hit by something, or die of cancer. And I'm back to square one. Only feeling worse than before. I'm not a cat person. I don't...
I think you'd warm up to one.
I don't dislike them. I just
That's
don't...
how I always was till we had Zax.
They don't really do much. They're just there. Actually, the only cat I really liked... Let's dig into the past here. Cat machine. Oh, why would my heart be closed? can't figure out why, can you?
No.
Yeah, it's real puzzling. Thanks for everything, but fuck you. What's ironic about that is he complains about his wife all the time. Because the shit that she does and, like, the money she spends, dude, I would murder somebody. If that was my wife, she'd be dead. The shit that he tells me. And then he says, well, you know, you should find love. I'm like, yeah, it looks really fucking blissful based on the information you feed me every fucking day. He comes to me, he goes, you know how much college debt? Because she was, like, really hardcore into the whole college forgiveness thing, and she's really pissed at Trump because that's not a thing anymore, and she whines about it all the time, and Justin's fighting her on it all the time. He goes, nice shot. He goes, Jerry, you know how much college loans Chelsea owes? Oh no, how much? Well, the loan was, $45,000. She owes $70,000.
Good God.
Yeah, that sounds like a real
Pardon,
nice, fucking anchor around your ankle there. Dude, I almost, like, dropped the dolphin when he said that. 70 grand.
Yeah, for nothing.
Because she didn't make principal payments, dude. She didn't pay any of it, so the interest got so bad that it doubled the loan. And that's why I said, well, her loan was 35 grand. Oh, okay. I mean, that's manageable. Well, I mean, now what she owes is 70. Oh, that's not manageable at all. Sorry.
Fucking house payment.
Our teammate's pretty decent. I see 2 octanes in this one. Old fucking Merc!
Jesus Christ.
It's the fucking Merc.
What?
Okay, he didn't play that.
He said he'd text me the address when they're closed, so not sure why. Huh? Do you need me to do something?
I got it. God, man, all these games have been ass. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey, I didn't get a save for that.
There, 50 this faggoty ass.
Not like it was in the goal or anything.
There.
Nice. Good finish off a good pass.
It's a hard angle.
As we carry our teammate.
With our cars that are unique and superior to everyone on that victory screen ever. I have to say, a lot of very uninspiring designs from people.
Yeah, that's the status quo.
We're top of the class when it comes to that. Okay, got a challenge done. The level up. Oh, and a challenge for the weekly challenge is done. Oh, Stage 4 unlocks tomorrow.
Oh, interesting.
May 16th. We still have 33 fucking days left of this season, so this season's gonna end late June. Yeah, well, mid-June. So that's gonna roll right into their summer update, summer map, whatever it's gonna be. Probably gonna be Salty Shores or something, unoriginal. Oh, God. So there's a weed guy on their team, and we have a Cybertruck on our team.
Yes, we do. I see an Octane.
Just
Octane.
one
Is that a
Octane?
Fennec, or is that the car we were using? Rakarthus.
Not even close. Looks like Breakout.
No. Is it?
No, I think it's Dominus.
Hey, I got hit.
I have no boost.
All right.
Okay,
ball
hit that
bounced
point
over
on the
my car.
wall. Yeah, so just one Octane in behind you. Oh, dude, this Ratatouille fucker is really getting on my nerves. The weed guy.
Another dog shit teammate. We've yet to get a teammate that's better than us. Just amazing. You would think by chance it would just happen sometimes.
No, only on the other team. That Pepitui, how the fuck do you even pronounce it? Pepit de Poulet. With weed as a team name, or a team tag, you know, how original. This is some mental retardation right here. I mean, look at these fucking spazoids. Like, they need to calm the fuck down, take their Ritalin. Wow.
Teammate missed horribly. Did you see that?
I did. It looked really awkward from my position.
How did he manage to miss that? And he's a gigantic vehicle.
Yeah, he's the Cybertruck. Although it's not really that large in the game. So I'm attempting to ascertain why this update was like almost a gigabyte for fucking car item shop items.
I don't know. That's the beauty of rest mode.
Yeah, I gotta start doing that on the PS4. God, they're spastic fucks. Let's do a 2v2.
Okay, even though these guys are on a team.
Oh, other... Nope, okay.
Yeah, good game, Rocket League. Good game.
Alright, I see a Fennec. Still an AI on his side. Okay, back in our ends. Storm's there for the defense. Storm shut you down.
Shut me right down.
Oh, okay, he didn't play it at all.
Okay, I hit rim.
Yep, now we got Superhuman 2 joining. Okay, he hit you and scored on his own goal.
Then he own-goaled it.
That's amazing. Well, he was probably all twisted around. I'll leave that for you. Okay, creeping up. Other guys back at net. Oh, God. So he's
Boy,
gonna
the
be
game doesn't want to give me a save.
So he's going to be the little chipping fag right there. Starred Moon.
Yeah, whatever that means. Gave me a save for that one, though. Makes sense.
Oh, seriously? Yep, of course it goes right to him.
Well, I had that.
Yep, Starred Moon was there just thumbing his asshole trying to drive. Amazing. Oh my God. What the fuck was that? Would have went for that if I'd known they were like tripping over each other.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
God, he's backwards. Hey, fuck Nuggets burning for it. Oh! I had that. That little fuck buddy's got it. Thanks. Thanks for teeing that up for me.
Oh, he left.
Little homos. Hey, we won a 2v2.
But we're probably playing fucking silver. All right, last game.
Yeah, the next couple weeks is going to be really fucked up. Right, Octane, Fennec. I think just one Octane, one Fennec across the whole thing.
That's what it looks like. Teammate took my boost. So I'm just gonna drive around and do nothing.
What is he even driving, our teammate? Looks like a sedan.
Dude, that's the fucking Charger.
It
Or
is?
whatever we got. Yeah, I think so.
No. Oh god, this is horrible.
Yeah, it is. It's like the Daytona Scat Pack. It's got the fucking hood scoop.
Okay, I'm at nets.
Okay, shut down. Yep, lost the 50 because our teammate 50'd him with me.
That was a tough clear right there. Aw, damn it. If that little fucker wasn't on, I would just gonna smash that in. I got this.
Hey,
Hey, good
teammate
follow-up.
missed.
Good follow-up. Yeah, I can't get that. Oh, dude, he missed by a fucking mile. Jesus Christ, really?
Now he'll forfeit. Oh, good. Bag of trash.